woods where there's a story in every bottle. Welcome to another Monday Night Live.
I like this place.
I know.
I like this place.
Look at where we are.
I like this place. I like the tapas.
And look at this arrangement.
Tapas. Happy
What
summer.
do we got going on there?
You wanted to get every last drop out of that can.
can,
That or I put the
Wait a
label
minute.
on upside down.
A can of what?
I
can
don't
of
know.
what?
It's kind of reddish.
Let's talk about
It's
that in a minute.
effervescent?
Let's
Oh,
get the,
yeah,
let's
let's
get the
Oh, we got the
yeah, let's
preamble.
get
the
drinking.
preamble out of the way. You guys drink.
Did we cheers
We
already?
cheers already. Do we cheers to our audience. Cheers to everybody
Cheers.
out there.
Cheers.
Cheers to our
Our
live
studio-
audience.
our
Our
studio
studio
audience.
audience.
Right.
So welcome again, everybody, to another Monday Night Live. Proudly Contrarian Monday Night Live. We'd love it if you are watching us today. If you would like the broadcast, share it with friends and family who you think might enjoy the conversation. And if you're joining us for the first time, we'd also love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right underneath Ken is a button, and on the
not
Facebook
there.
page there's a little bell, and if you click that, you'll subscribe. And if you subscribe to our Facebook or YouTube channel, you'll be notified every time we go live, which is almost every Monday night, and then oftentimes off in the world somewhere.
Here we are.
So.
Can you hear us? Yeah, let us know if you can't hear us.
So thank you
Did
for
you
being
distract
part of
him?
our broadcast. And if you have any questions during the broadcast today, please let us know by entering comments in the comment section. We'll be following the comments and trying to answer them live on the air. If we don't get to your question on the air, we'll answer them when we conclude the broadcast. So thank you again for joining us. And what are we talking about today?
Wine.
Wine. How about that?
But we're starting with cider.
Wait a minute.
Is
Before
cider
we
not
get into
wine?
what we're talking about, let's talk about where we are.
Who we are,
This,
where we are.
This is a first. Nobody's seen us in this location before.
We're live on location.
We're live on location.
Yeah.
What
this is a
place?
special place.
This is a
Tell
special
us
place.
about this spot, Chuck.
Yeah,
I
tell
think
us
you.
where we
I think
are.
you know this spot pretty well.
I do. This spot has been. This screen porch. Can you tell the screen on there? Does it look screen?
You
I
can
don't know.
kind of tell.
We are in a screen porch that's literally sitting right on top of Lake Winnisquam in central New Hampshire.
I'm looking
and
down on
it
the water.
is what, the 20th
Ducks were just
of
landing in
May,
there.
and it's absolutely summer beautiful out here. Maybe the water's a little cold and whatnot. The lake is quiet and calm. But anyway, we're sitting in a cottage built by my grandparents on property that has been in my family for, at this point, I'm guessing between 120 to 140 years. I don't really know. But this cottage was built after, actually during World War II. There's a hurricane that came through that wiped out all the forests here, and that left a lot of lumber for building. So a lot of stuff got built there, and that's when this got built. And yeah, so I'm fourth generation in this cabin on Lake Winnisquam.
We thought it would be a great place to celebrate since we're right at the cusp of summer. Memorial Day weekend is next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah.
And that's always a big and fun weekend at the winery, so we decided this might be a great place to enjoy our broadcast together. And we also have a big event going on in the loft, so we couldn't be there. We're really happy the New Hampshire Symphony Orchestra, or the Lakes Region Symphony Orchestra, is enjoying themselves in our loft this evening, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And so here we are. I think there are probably worse places to be, but
For sure.
not many.
I love this place.
This is a
No,
favorite.
it's awesome. Yeah, particularly since the bugs are on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. This does help. This does
So,
help. with the
so
bug.
what are we drinking, Ken? We have
Yeah.
3 new releases. That's what this show's about. We have 3
Yes,
new releases
yes.
that just happened.
Yep.
We recently had a show on canning.
That's right. And so we're starting off with a can of our blueberry cider. So this is a hard cider made from Maine wild blueberries and locally pressed apple cider. that are co-fermented, and then they are charged with some CO2 bubbles in our little bright tank, and with our brand new little canning line, we can these and label them up, and off we go.
You can these all by yourself?
We did.
You and
I.
Ben?
Yep.
I helped.
Yeah. Last week, Ben. Yeah. Bob helped.
Bob helped?
Yes, he did. He put the label on that one. You see it? It's upside down.
Yeah.
And you made and you made 4 cans. That's pretty
We
good.
made 4 cans.
No, well, that's actually the wonder of this canning line. I'm so pleased that we have this. We've run 3 or 4 runs through it now, and Ben is becoming the master
Oh, yeah.
canner. He's nailed this thing down, and it's the most miraculous little machine. It looks like it actually like a miniature version of a big canning line. It does all the same things, just in a much smaller way.
Yeah.
And the production rate. I've seen lots of little canning lines, and none of them seem to make sense to me the way they work.
Yeah.
This one makes sense.
It's that little table
Yeah.
where they go in and come out, and
It's brilliant.
it's great.
We have a video of this.
We do.
On our Facebook.
A couple. Yeah.
Couple, yeah.
It's a couple. And because of the scale of the canning line, it means I've been feverishly trying to keep up with the demand for new labels, because there's all these new cans that are coming available in the winery, because we have I think 6 potential cans that are going to be coming up in the next 6 months.
7.
So
7.
tell us about this one, Bob. This is a guy picking blueberries on a blueberry tree, and he's falling
Into a bog, into a blueberry bog.
Into a blueberry bog.
Well, let's see if anybody can figure out how that came to be.
I'm just reading the can. 7% alcohol.
Can't take you
That's got to
anywhere.
have some effect
Can't
too,
take
right?
you anywhere.
What color is the can, Chuck?
Is that green?
Come on,
Purple.
Blueberry.
quick!
Blueberry color.
Blueberry
It's
color.
a color of blueberries.
I really like
Fabulous.
this. It's the same label format
true.
story of our cranberry cider. So then this is the corollary to our
there's-
cranberry cider. So
there's-
this is a cranberry cider and a
we have
blueberry cider.
we have an audience member who's
Who's begging? We have a
begging.
beggar. Well, I mean, so there are apples in here, so that I see the apple tree thing. I mean, it's still
Yeah.
apples. So it's a cider.
We should mention, all of you out there, I guess some of you have probably noticed that Matt is here online with us, but
Yeah.
he's also our live audience.
That's
so,
right. He's the live audience tonight. He's sitting right over
he's,
there.
yes, he's
off
keeping us
slightly
on
off
our
camera.
toes.
I have a
And
bet
he-
on this.
Yeah,
You have a bet
he
on
has-
this.
he
All
has-
right, so
he-
you got to try
see.
this. This
Yeah.
is Matt's new format.
Yeah, so this is a pairing with the hard blueberry apple cider in this nice can.
And these are. where
And
did
these
you get
are malted
Oh, you got these at the
chocolates.
winery, didn't you?
Loon
From-
chocolate.
Loon chocolate
These are
from
Loon
Hermit
chocolate
Woods
malted-
Winery.
malted
And this is the
chocolate balls.
pairing. All right, so I'm going to take a couple.
Not great.
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh no.
No?
Definitely
Oh,
not.
no.
I'm gonna say
Nope.
no.
Okay.
The Loon, I have to say though, the Loon chocolate malted chocolate balls are
Am I
delicious,
combo?
but don't have them with the cider. It doesn't
No.
make any sense at all.
No, it's not the red combo.
No.
Maybe red scare.
No, too milk chocolatey. I think.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah,
some
maybe.
bitterness. A little bitterness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I love
No.
malted milk balls. So.
Today we blended up the lavender honey cider, and that is going to get filtered tomorrow into the bright tank, chilled and carved on Wednesday, and then we can it on Thursday.
That
so
one,
that will be available this Memorial Day weekend.
this is
for the
one
first time ever.
I'm more excited about than any of them, because this is the first time I actually
You made the label.
designed the label. I had some great, very talented help with the photography. Steve Marcel for our website helped with some of the pictures, but I assembled the label for that, and I've actually become a label factory these days. Like I
Yeah.
said, trying to keep up with all the new wines. So we have a lot of fun new labels coming out to don our cans. I'm told we have 7 new cans of sparkling products coming out.
Guess what's going to come out while you're away?
Dolgo. Oh goodness, we're gonna have Dolgo again.
Dolgo is going to be back.
Well,
It's proof.
we'll have
everybody,
it briefly.
If you didn't, yeah.
We'll have it briefly.
How many? Did you make
we
more
could-
than 4 cans?
I was going to do 50 cases. if that's-
50 cases. Let's
Yeah,
see.
is that
That's
about right?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That should
maybe.
hold you for a little while.
I mean, 150
When
cases.
does
Remember,
Red
each
Scare get
each
canned?
can of
Oh,
Dolgo
yeah,
is half
that's-
a bottle.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I
So
know,
when you
it's
shotgun one,
Yeah. Don't be careful with the high alcohol cans. I mean, it's
Marika wants to
Is
know.
that what he just said?
it's
Marika
a lot
wants
of
to
alcohol.
know if the cans still say from orchard to bog.
Good question, Marika. She's right on it. And you changed it, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Pick up the can and
Look at
verify.
it.
From orchard to barren.
To Baron.
You changed it.
I did change it.
Yes.
Of course he changed
we
it.
went over this because barren was misspelled at first.
That's right.
That's why I remember it.
Thank you.
Yes, you changed it.
Wow, there's so much in
Wow.
the swirl up here. It's
Oh,
hard,
yeah,
to,
yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah.
keep
I
track.
know you're
of
looking at me like,
everything.
what do you mean you didn't change it?
I changed
hope
it.
you didn't.
I
hope
changed
you changed it.
Marika.
Yes.
I did. Orchard to
You
Baron.
changed it.
Did you say
It's orchard
Eureka
to
or
barren.
Marika?
Marika.
Eureka.
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 Who else said Eureka?
Well, she
And
would say that to people
Marika
the
points
first
out
time
that
they see
everyone
her
should
name,
grab
make
their
sure.
Dolgos before Chuck does.
does, yes.
Yes, that's a good point, Marika.
That's very good.
So
Yeah, good luck.
We'll advertise
No.
the launch date while Chuck's in
yeah.
Spain or Japan or something. We'll
So
have
what's the launch
We'll have a
date?
prayer.
What is the launch date of Dogo?
While we're away,
Oh, where are we going to be?
down south,
Down south.
down south.
Big
Virginia.
adventure.
We're going up on an adventure.
Yet another.
Yet another.
Are we going to bring Dogo with us?
I don't think we'll have any by then.
Well, I don't think we will have any room for them.
50 cases on the back of his bike. Cruising along.
So
Yeah. Okay.
so
Yeah,
Dogo's
so
good.
I'm really happy
It's
about
so
this because it matches and goes with the cranberry cider. A completely different flavor profile, but that same sort of easy drinking, lightly effervescent hard cider.
So you know
And-
what's really interesting is we've created we started slushies this week. We have
Oh, yeah.
wine slushies
Oh, yeah.
now in the winery, and the first recipe in the slushy machine was a blueberry wine blended with a cranberry cider. It's the wild blue and the cranberry cider, and it's really good.
Well, I think what he did was to put peach in the
No,
cranberry cider.
nope, that was the other one.
That's cranberry cider with peach. And with the wild blue, he added some rhubarb.
He said cranberry cider.
Oh, it meant blended. Okay.
That's what he
I don't
said
know.
to me.
It's, you know,
Who's
chef,
the blend master for
the
this?
chef,
chef.
the chef
this-
is the new blend master. Which
Sweets is?
Sweets.
You let Sweets loose on the... Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Have
we
you
turned it
tasted the
loose.
slushies?
Oh, my God.
Yes, we're going to let Sweets loose
He is a
on the slushy
saucier.
machine.
He is a saucier.
He
He's got-
knows his flavors.
He does, and he can make a sauce. I bet he can make a slushy that would
But I'm thinking,
Oh, yeah.
kick ass.
Oh, you're getting back into the slush mode? Is that what
well,
you're saying?
no, I'm thinking, what about a cranberry blueberry cider? It really has a nice because it
Do
adds.
you know how many products
I know I have to design
that
another
we
label.
keep
I'll do it.
not doing?
I'll
There's
do
a
another
lot of them
label.
every day.
But
Ben
now
and
we
I
have
are
this
like, oh, what
canning
about this?
machine.
Oh, what about that?
We can.
And it
pick
could be from tree to barren and bog.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Bog. Yeah, you just have to write
I
and
just,
bog.
I'll do the
B-O-G,
label.
bog.
I promise.
Will
And-
it be purple into pink?
Yes.
Yeah, purple and the pink. Yeah, it's easy.
Oh,
that's
Oh,
done.
Purple into pink.
we've done it. We have 8 new Ken products coming out this year. Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm
No.
gonna talk to Ben about it. He'll do it.
Try this with the speculatius type cookies.
Speculatius type cookies.
All right. So
All right. That's a good start.
So,
that's a good start. Yes. What would you like to say about that can?
well, I was just going to say that I just came back from California and went to some fancy places, and there's nothing like this out there.
Are you
can't just-
suggesting we ship this to California now?
No, they can't have
No,
it.
they
This
can't
is
have
our
it.
stuff. We
Oh, I
keep
know.
this here to ourselves, and we don't share it with anybody.
That's the goal of our winery.
Yeah, right. This is
No.
ours.
Well,
We
wait,
may get
wait,
it
wait.
all back.
Where do you get the best wine in the world?
At Hermit Woods.
There and 50 miles from where that wine is made.
Right.
That's
So
where you
you
get the
said.
best wine in the world. So you want to try this wine? You got to come here.
Unless you get it through Garage East, because they go
Oh,
to the
yeah.
place and then
Yeah.
bring it to you.
Thing I got
Well,
out east.
you had to go there.
I'm sorry.
Why hasn't Garage East come to visit? No, we don't want to give them our wine. Forget it.
No.
Tell them to stay away. We keep it all.
Listen,
All the Dogo.
this is about Hermit Woods, not about Garage.
That's right.
You want
How
to
many
learn
of your
about that,
wines
you
are
go.
available in Vino Shipper?
So, well, I don't know,
A lot.
dozen wines, 15
Vino shipper?
wines maybe.
Yeah, and Vino Shipper. Yeah, we
Yeah.
ship all over the country.
How about this nice can?
Hey, Greg Farley's
no,
here.
I took off the cans. You just saw Greg Farley.
Yeah. He says.
Hey, Greg, I got the shirt on.
I don't know.
It's a
Greg-
little large.
I don't know Greg Farley.
He says he'd swear he's seen your shirt before, Ken.
Yeah, you have not long ago, like 2 days ago, right? When'd you see him?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Marika's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
I know
fan of
nothing.
the purple and pink. She's down on that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
New Hampshire
It's
Southern.
public now. We have to do it.
it's public.
Yeah.
Next year, coming your way.
Coming your way. No, I think it's a great idea. Taste the slushy. Have you tasted it?
Moving on to wine.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
For those of you in California,
Can't get it.
dream on.
We're coming to New Hampshire.
Vino shipper.
Dream
No, we don't ship those.
No, only bottles, huh?
Yeah.
That is good.
We used to ship
That
cans.
is
I don't know
good.
what we were thinking. I took care of that.
So what are we doing next?
Wine.
Wine?
Wine. We're a winery.
So
why?
In the last week, we've released 3 wines. That's what we're talking about today. 3 new releases that Ken has brought out.
And this is
And we just came up with another one that we're going to release soon,
Ben's first creation,
entirely on his own.
entirely on his own.
We're going to have to rinse blueberry in here.
So who's Ben?
I don't know.
Who's Ben? He's been on the show before. A couple
Ben's
times.
been on the show?
He has.
I don't know, Ben. Is he
How
a
many
big,
ciders
tall,
did
really
Chuck have
loud?
before we
He's
got
a
here?
big guy that talks loud.
Yeah,
Makes
he's a
wine?
great winemaker and beer brewer
And a
and
beer
cider maker.
brewer.
He's a Pommelier.
Certified
certified
Ben is a
sommelier.
sommelier. I
Yes,
have met
indeed.
Ben.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you know he wants to get together and start a
And you want to hand this
cider-
to our live audience?
a
No,
cider
hand it to Chuck
gathering
first.
in the garden every
What?
fall. Every fall in downtown Meredith would be a congregation of cideries
So,
for a cider event.
So let
in
me
the
break
fall
some news.
for people that make hard cider.
let me break some good news. This isn't 100%, so you can't hold me to this. But I got word today, some super exciting news. We haven't signed on a dotted line yet, so we don't know for sure. But
Are
there
we
is.
gonna sign on something again?
Yeah, no, we have to have. There'll be a contract that will be involved in this news. But there's a group of us, those of us who are organizing all the shows in the loft, who are planning a music festival for the middle of November.
Ooh.
And it will be a 3-day event. There'll be music playing throughout the 3 days, starting Friday and ending on Sunday. And you'll be able to join us at the loft. You'll be able to get tickets for all 3 days, or you could buy individual
So
day
this is a whole
tickets.
music festival.
It's going to be a music festival at the winery. And we hope, if it goes well, we hope to invite the town of Meredith to have Meredith sponsor a music festival townwide. So you can come and enjoy music across the entire town.
So there'll be more than one venue.
There'll be more than one venue. There's lots of music venues in Meredith already, and so if we got them all to join parties with us, so when you said he wants to do a fall cider fest,
Yes.
we could dedicate the garden during the music festival for the cider fest. It would be perfect. So, but that's not the exciting news. The exciting news.
What? But there's more.
And yet there's
And
more.
There's
there's
more.
more. What is all
You
this
get a
exciting
Ginsu
news?
knife if you come.
Yeah. No. So possibly
Possibly.
headlining
Bruce Springsteen is coming.
the show will be the Ballroom
no, sorry.
Thieves.
What's that?
Ballroom Thieves?
Will headline the show.
Oh, there we go. And they were the first
They were the first band to
who
play in the
opened
loft,
up the loft.
and they. I've talked to them today. Their schedule is open. We have not worked out the details, and it's not 100%, but it's very possible that the headline for our music festival is going to be the Ballroom Thieves, which I'm so
Now,
so
with, the,
excited about.
with the headlining band, do you keep them for that Saturday night at 9 o'clock slot, or do you
They'll do the Saturday night show, not 9 o'clock. The 6
whatever
o'clock show.
whatever slot?
It'll be the Saturday night show.
Now, is there going to be a music group every 3 hours, 24/7?
We haven't worked out all the
24/3?
details, but the goal would be we'll have a show on Friday night. We'll have a show at noontime on Saturday. We'll have a Saturday night show. We'll have a Sunday afternoon show, And then in between, we're looking at having people play continuously on stage. So it won't be a show, it'll just be live music playing throughout the festival.
So this is like a Woodstock thing. You should bring your VW van
Yeah.
there and hang out. Just drive it haphazardly into the
camper van.
the place, the camper van.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
sleep
I
out
have a
there.
couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers, paint
Flowers?
flowers on the
Flower
side.
power?
Yeah, flowers on the side.
So-
Do we have flowers in here?
No flowers in
What's in here? Tell us about this.
This
Quince mead.
is so when Ben showed up in the fall of 23, 22. Jesus. Yeah, he'll be 2 years this fall. We had some extra quince,
It smells like quince.
and I said, "Well, you're welcome. I've got some extra honey. I've got some quince. Do you want to make your own wine? Place it together. Think about something." He says, "Oh, great. Sounds fun." So he made a quince mead. So it's quince from a local grower from Allison's orchard, and
Allison's is growing quince? Have they
Yeah.
always?
Yep.
yep,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yep. It goes through Nan in Vermont. She
Right.
brokers
Oh, that's
all the
right,
quince. But it's quince and Troy Hall's honey that are co-fermented. And he actually did 2 batches. And he researched, he was thinking, he's coming in, he's learning about our approach to wine and trying to use local ingredients and keeping it sort of fitting with what goes on here. And he goes, well, if I think back to colonial times in New England, there was always corn involved. So I'm going to make a corn quince mead also. And so he made 2 batches. He made a quince and honey batch, and he made a quince and corn honey batch. So he made 2 separate batches so he could track them. He says, I don't know how much corn. I said, I have no idea how much corn to put in there. He put 3 pounds of corn or something like that in there. The local harvest of corn, the whole corn, ears of corn went in with the quince. I think he chopped them up, and that all fermented. And they both came out nice. We were sampling them. You could definitely taste the corn. It added a sort of mid-palate richness and a different sort of character to the mead, but it still tasted like this, a quince mead. And so I put the formulas up to the federal government to get approved on the products. And we've done this before, learning different ways, that the TTB came back on the quince corn mead and said, no. You can't do that. That's a grain. Corn's a grain. You're a winery.
You're making beer.
Wineries make wine out of fruit. You can't use grain. You need a brewer's license
Yep.
to use grain. And we're like, oh, that's too bad.
Ah, stupid.
So
Just like you can't make a vermouth.
just like you can't make one that says the name vermouth.
Well-
We can still make vermouth, and we're making vermouth right now.
Can we call it vermouth backwards? I'm getting off track here.
Yeah,
Anyway, go ahead.
I think along those lines
Yeah.
would work out fine. And if we don't ship it anywhere, we can call it whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. So anyway, this product we could bottle and get a label, and it's all official and legal. There's only 80 bottles of it, 79 bottles of it now. So it was a very small batch. The quince corn mead is not for sale. So that's what happened to that one. But that's the origin of this one.
So
And
this is-
this is, to me, brings out that quintessential character of what fermented quince smells like to me. And it always, to me, is reminiscent of when I was a kid and my parents were playing tennis all the time. And sometimes I would get to open up a fresh can of tennis balls, and those were always those vacuum sealed containers, and you pull the can up and you smell this aroma of tennis
Quince,
balls, and
yeah.
that's what I get every time I smell quince.
There's
It's very nostalgic to me. I love it.
There's something else, and there's another wine you've made that this is very reminiscent of, and I'm trying to get that in my head. I haven't triggered it yet, but there's another wine that I taste this and I know that's
Like Flower Power, or
Flower power.
Flower
probably
Power.
Flower Power had some of that
Flower Power.
that grassy
Yep,
herbal
yep.
sort of character.
That's what it was.
That the quince
But it was
carries
crystal
on.
clear. This is a little cloudy.
Yeah, so some of the wines we filter, some of the wines will settle and clarify better, and others don't. Quince is loaded with pectin, and I suspect that we're seeing little fragments of pectin that are coagulating. You know, we make all of our wines at Hermit Woods are made like red wine. And when you make red wine out of grapes, it's the whole grape, seeds, skins, and some of the stems, and it's very complex. I think that's how we get the depths of flavors that we get. But just like a red wine that throws a little bit of sediment over time, naturally, that you don't tend to notice because they're red wines and they're dark, our light-colored wines also can throw some color and character to it.
Well, it also wasn't filtered.
This one's not filtered.
Right, which makes a big difference as well.
When you filter,
One of our
you
audience members mentioned that there's a cheese that pairs well with this, and was wondering what the name of it was, and it's the Harmon's really aged smoked cheddar that I believe he's
Yeah,
referring
Sweets
to.
hit it out of the park with that.
Yeah. So
Hit it
Here's some smoked cheddar. Try that.
and
Yeah, I didn't like it,
and
You didn't?
it was also mentioned.
but that's not the same cheddar. I just had this.
Try that.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the smoked. I thought the smoked cheddar would go well, but it wasn't for
loved
me.
it.
Did you? Well, this is a different cheddar. This is Fox.
No.
No, that's
No.
Harmon's smoked.
This is Harmon smoked.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, that's
right.
Harmon. No, that
Yeah.
wasn't for me.
I don't. These things I don't. They tend not to pair, to me, very well with other things. They tend to be what they are, and I like the flavor of what they are, and it stands out. It's hard to find a pairing that works.
And I had a different result when I ate the cheese first and then added the wine,
Yeah.
versus when I had the wine first and added the cheese. Significantly different, and I love.
So
It's better to have the
important if
cheese-
you could-
it's better
if
to
you
have
could-
the
if
cheese
the
first.
audience could direct their comments through the site, because nobody can hear anything you're saying,
Right.
and we're just sitting here talking to you in the background, and it's
Yeah.
going to be weird. So
You need to post it, just as
Post
if you're sitting at home.
Yeah, post. Yeah.
sorry. Anyway, you,
It does-
you
it
all
does-
know
it does
Matt's
go
got 100
better.
questions, and he
Yeah.
can't help himself. So
It does go better.
I have slowed him down
to have
because
the
he's going to
cheese
have
first.
to type them on his little phone now.
That's all down to 50.
But he will. He's firing away. There's questions coming. But he has somebody responded to a comment that was made about camping with the festival, and I just wanted to point out that there are numerous campgrounds within a very short distance of the
Oh, yeah.
winery. Whether they're open in the middle of November, I don't know, but we may be able to work something out.
There might be snow on the ground
It might be a
too.
little cold for camping. Yeah. Like unlikely snow. Pretty rarely snows before Thanksgiving, but it certainly can. This is 2 weeks before
I
Thanksgiving.
skied in November last year.
Yeah, no, it happens, but
It
it's.
does happen.
it's
Then I
not-
didn't ski for all of
But even if
December.
there's no snow on the ground, it's likely going to be
Terrible.
too cold for camping.
Yeah. But this is a resort
Unless you're
area, but
really
a lot of
ambitious.
places do close down.
A lot of and the
So-
rates to stay in
Drops.
our area are significantly lower. We'll get special
After
rates from the inns. So this is all stuff we're working on. We have a long way to go to get this festival going, but stay tuned.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So
Yeah, I think this just turned out perfect expression of.
and Matt
Oh,
clearly thinks that the cheese and wine go better together. But you know what we always talk about?
I agree.
We always
you,
talk
if
about.
you eat the cheese
Yeah.
first, it goes nicely with it,
Yep.
but not the other way around.
It's also important to remember that this is subjective. It's different for everybody. Everybody's palate and everybody's experience is
No,
different.
when Matt gets it right, everyone should follow.
Gets in line.
Yeah, absolutely. Call the shots. It's the way it should be.
Yeah. Wow.
No, that's really,
well done, Ben.
And he's really the brainchild behind this honey lavender cider that we're coming out with, and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's really gonna be great.
Not flower power. Daylily.
Oh, the daylily.
This is
No,
very
no, no, no,
reminiscent of the
no, not to
daylily.
me.
Yeah.
No, this- I
Daylily
get
has
it. I
that
get what you-
very
no, this-
unique aromatic that's not tennis balls.
I don't get tennis balls.
I know.
Only you get tennis balls.
Yeah, this one isn't.
What's
tennis
wrong
ball.
with people?
Yeah.
They don't get tennis balls.
No, because we're right and you're wrong. That's all.
No.
It's easy.
It should be noted, you did mention this already, but there's only 80 bottles of this. So if anybody wants to try it, it's not going to be
The
around
two
long.
wines that we're having tonight, by the way, are going in the 2-bottle club release in June. So you'll get,
Oh, how do I sign up for that?
you sign up on our website.
On your website?
Yes.
We have
2-bottle.
a website?
Yes, 2-bottle a month club.
What is it called?
It's called hermitwoods.com.
Ken.com? Hermitwoods.com. That is
Yes, indeed.
convenient.
It's been that for 15 years, Chuck. Hasn't changed.
I'm a slow learner.
Very.
Slow learner, but I'm getting it. You know, in another 10 years, I'm gonna have it nailed.
Yes, I'm sure.
Or I'll be nailed in my coffin. One or the other.
So these are both meads, both small batches. And this is one.
You've never done a Cassis mead before,
Oh
right?
yeah, long ago.
You've done a Cassis. I didn't know you did a mead.
Yeah, done Cassis mead, did a Cassis wine, used the Cassis wine in Hermitage.
How do you have cassis?
Where did you get the
cassis?
From the Hudson River Valley, there's an organic grower called Current C that sells black currants, red currants. And I've tried red currants now twice, and I still don't like them. I'm never getting them again. I'm done
Like
with
black.
red currants. I've given them
Black.
benefit of the doubt. Black currants, I think, make an awesome wine. They're very distinctive, very unique flavor profile. They're kind of like elderberries with a different flavor profile. They're very tangy, tart and tangy, and have a very unique cassis
What is the name?
aromatic.
The name Cassis means what?
I think black currant in French.
Oui, ça, c'est black currant French.
Ah,
And it's one of the most characteristic notes of Bordeaux, of Cabernet and Merlot will have cassis notes that come through.
Yeah,
They're
this
not as
is
obvious as
crazy
these
there.
are.
Wow. And this
This
is
is
honey
right.
in it too. Is it a mead or is
So
it?
this is a mead.
It is.
This
It's
is a
more than
mellow
50%.
Both of these are mellow
mellow,
mouths.
yeah.
Both of these are a fruit honey.
So this is what?
Wine?
You said 40% cassis.
So I think we did 3 pounds per gallon of fruit, resulting wine. That's the concentration of the fruit. But I don't know percentage-wise. I'd have to look that up. I could give you. You want to know the percent
I'll just look on the label.
water, percent honey?
you won't give the percentage.
You can't believe that.
40% black currant. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's all I needed to know. I know where to find the answers to these things.
That's good. Is there blueberry in this? There's blueberry in this, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Did you see that? 8% blueberry wine. So there's a small percentage of a brand new batch of Petite Blue that's still in the tank that went into this before we bottled it, and it
And why?
softens some of the back
Oh,
edge,
it's
just like
Cassis
Northern
really
Berry Red.
intense.
Yes, cassis.
It's super
really,
intense.
It's
Yeah.
super acidic too.
And the color?
The color's
Just
all
Cassis.
from the fruit. Yeah, yeah. Black currants make this.
And
nice
Troy's
color.
honey. Was it a
Troy's
special
honey.
honey or just a regular, just any?
This was his.
Spring honey.
What's the alcohol?
No, his spring honey. I think it's around. Well, it says right here 13.2, so that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Of course it is. It says so on the label.
It says so on the label. That's where Chuck gets his information. It also says 750 milliliters. No, not this time. That's happened before.
Whoops.
You-
That's
Oh,
good.
Ken.
That was a stumper. I know, we don't say these things live. It's important. It's important.
That was all rectified and made perfectly right by the label thing, whatever. So I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is really delicious, though. That's really what I'm getting down to. Is that it has that bang brightness.
So it's really
that
delicious.
That cassis flavor tastes like grapes, right? No. But it has a bite that I love the acidy kind of in there that just makes, and it's hard to do that
in there.
and then but to make it so flavorful and dry and have that bite is amazing.
Yeah, we went
it's-
through back and forth about back sweetening both of these. We go through a bunch of trials to see
Yeah.
if that would help or hinder the drinkability and engagement of the wine. In the end, we left these dry the way they are.
So, Chuck, you always say when you try a new product, when
What's
and
the
where
purpose?
will you pick it? What's its purpose? So,
Right.
what's this wine's
Oh,
purpose? for
if
you?
I was in California, I'd have this wine and I'd blow the minds of my snobby friends, saying, "Try this. This is going to blow your mind because it's so good."
On what
It's so
occasion?
flavorful.
In
Just
the
as just
afternoon,
a
for dinner?
party, dinner party. Yeah, come on over. You're just going to have something you've never had before. And tell me what you think. It's
Yeah,
it's
I know
awesome.
what you're getting at, Bob, and I agree. It's not. This isn't a replacement for a Burgundy or of rosé. It's
No,
not
this isn't. This. Yeah. What, oh, so what are you going to pair it with?
Yeah, I was just wondering what the occasion was going to be. I mean, certainly you could show it
Yeah,
off, but
yeah.
where would you
Yeah. No. I.
most likely want to drink?
Yeah.
this?
I would have it before dinner as a conversation thing. For some of the most unique wine you can buy on planet Earth is right here in this glass, and there's only 75 bottles of it, and I own.
Is that how much it is?
I don't know how many bottles.
Oh.
Are there? What percentage is
I
it?
think there's 200 bottles of that.
200 bottles.
200
more.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think this is a conversation piece. That's what I said. So that's my place for it.
But actually,
Yeah.
I think there's. I would imagine this with certain cheeses. This is a cheese wine.
I tried it with the smoked cheddar. It's not bad.
And
If you have the cheddar first.
what about creamy cheeses? I would imagine this would go really well with some creamy cheese.
Yeah, try it.
Try it.
Try the cheese first.
Oh, maybe not. Because the creamy cheese has a sweetness to it and it brings the bitterness out in the wine.
Yeah, you're right. Doesn't work. No, it doesn't work.
Maybe the goat cheese. Try the goat cheese.
With all those herbs and stuff?
Yeah. Because the creamy cheese, the goat cheese doesn't have a sweetness to it as much as the creamy cheese does.
Yeah, this isn't tannic. It's more acidic.
Right, it's acidity, yeah.
Right.
What would normally a cassis be served with, because
Yeah, what would the French do with
Yeah.
the cassis? Serve it on bread.
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese and cassis, yeah. Because you would have currants with something.
yeah,
Is that better?
that's better. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's better. Definitely better.
Part of my process of making wine is to explore.
What's a lot better?
Yeah.
Just explore, do different things, and I do these in small batches. There's only, 1, 2, 3.
Matt suggests campfire wine.
There's only 3 or 4 fruit that I've found that actually make a wine on their own, a whole wine that doesn't need anything else. The first one we discovered was the blueberry wine that you had picked up from Vermont, and that you brought blueberries to my house, and I
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
that all up. I didn't know how to make wine out
Well,
of
you
that,
sure did.
but I figured that out. And
Well, they were
wild
the,
blueberries,
honestly, they were the wrong blueberries.
wild blueberries make a very nice
They were,
wine
they
all
were
on their
high
own.
bush.
The other that was discovered really early were Dolgo crab apples from Bob's Yard.
Yeah.
That crazy little apple makes fantastic wine all on its own.
Oh, and chorizo.
It's the thing. And then my most recent discovery, a couple years ago, was the Ozark plum. Of that fruit
No.
on its own.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's-
all of
that's
our
another
other
bed.
wines,
Mhm.
they're combinations.
Well, isn't that
Because
the
they
case with grape?
just don't do what a Pinot Noir or a Chardonnay or a classic vinifera grape will do on its own.
But almost all vinifera grapes are blends. Almost
Well,
all of them.
No.
That's not bad.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Pinot Noir, there's a lot of Sauv Blanc, there's a lot of Chardonnay that are done as a varietal. They're just Sauv Blanc. They're
So,
just
well-
Sancerre. That's
well-
it.
I don't know enough about this subject, but I do know that in the United States, you can call it a Pinot Noir and not say anything else about anything that might go in that, as long as 70% of it is Pinot Noir.
Right.
So,
But
at least
they-
in the
but
United
they-
States, we have no idea whether something is a Pinot or
No,
not.
I agree. But probably that Sauv Blanc from Honig in Napa is
Sauv Blanc.
Sauv Blanc.
I don't know. Maybe not. You don't know. And the other
We
thing
don't.
that's also serves this is if you go to all the regions of France, how many regions in France have, I know Burgundy, but how many regions in France have only one grape?
No, I know. They grow different grapes.
It's
for
about
sure.
blends. It's not about what they grow. It's about Bordeaux is about blending.
Bordeaux is, but Burgundy's not.
No, but the
And-
Rhone, almost the whole Rhone, Burgundy
Yeah.
is the only region I know of that is solely one red and one white.
That's interesting. I never really thought of it that way.
But
I never, that
but,
never
you
occurred
know,
to
like
me that
like
Burgundy is just one
like
thing.
the
but it
Rieslings
is.
out of Germany or
Yeah, they're all mono-
Sancerre.
they're all one
There's
thing.
certain
Yeah.
wines that
They're
are
not blends.
just a
They're
grape.
not blends, yeah. No.
And
So-
they're known for that grape. They're known for that particular terroir.
Because it's the same thing when we were in South Africa. We tried a lot of grapes that were
Yeah.
very, but almost in every case,
A little
5%
bit of this,
of
a little of
this,
that.
5% of that. There was almost in every case
Right.
some minor addition of something.
And it is amazing how, like, this Cassis mead on its own was too racy, too sour, too
Sour, yeah.
intense. And a little bit of blueberry added to it changed the whole thing.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's
Just
awesome.
a tiny
Yeah.
bit. Same with
Yeah.
the Northern Berry Red. The honeyberry on its own is just too much. And you throw a little bit of something else in there and boom. Everything is set.
How did you find the chorizo?
I think the chorizo actually worked well
Really?
with it. Shocking. But it has that
That's-
creaminess. Not the cracker, but the chorizo itself. Because it has that fatty something,
Something.
yeah, that
fatty
that the
something.
sour
Oh, you're right.
yeah, Matt brought it out.
It's
No,
the
no,
saltiness.
Sweets gets the credit. Sweets gets
It's
the
the
credit.
saltiness.
Maybe saltiness. Yeah, I don't.
There's a
something-
little saltiness that
something about that for the chorizo that's like wow. That's
I've got all this
actually
chorizo aromatics and flavor in my mouth right now, and you're telling me this is going to work with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'll find it does.
Yeah.
Knock your socks off.
Shit. Damn.
Who knew?
Who knew? Sweets knew somehow.
So
He's not okay.
it's important
I
to
know.
note. It's
That's
important
right.
to note
We love
that
them anyway.
the many good things that we're trying here are coming from our newly filled out to-go section at the winery. We've got so many exciting and fun new products.
Oh, it's
That are
changing all the
showing
time.
up on the shelf because Sweets is all hot on all these local vendors that he's done business with over the time. New cheeses and new crackers
That's great.
and new. Oh, it's fantastic. It's not good for me because I can't help but bring them home and eat them.
That's good.
Yeah, it is, but not in the quantities necessarily that I bring them home. But no, it's great. And so this is one of the new products. It's a chorizo paste.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I don't.
It's bizarre. I really
Yeah.
didn't
No, I
enjoy it at
I-
first, but with that wine, I think it goes.
It went
goes
really
really
well.
nice.
It
Out
did.
of the park.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done.
It is.
Wow.
It is bizarre how that fits around.
Yeah. No.
But
this
that's
is, no,
just
this
it. I
is-
mean, you
this
got to
is
try
a-
different things, and over time, people have figured out
It's the
the great
spiciness.
foods, the great drinks, the great combinations of the world were figured out through trial and error, and those that work, people like, and then they just keep that.
It's a combination of the saltiness of the chorizo and the spiciness of this wine
Yeah,
that make it work.
yeah. And there's actually, you get more of the sort of herbal spice of the wine when you have the chorizo in your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
It makes that
It
pop.
brought out that spiciness that I didn't notice before. That's why I was
Right.
just, as it was lingering in my mouth, I picked up on the spiciness
Yeah.
of the wine. So
So in 2044, when we open a bottle of this, what do you think
Mm-hmm.
it'll be like?
I'll have no idea because I will not be around.
really, 2044?
Come on, that's only
Come
20
on.
years.
You guys skipping
10
a
years.
jump.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. In 2034, when you're still alive, what do you think that this will be
In
like?
2024?
2024. No.
I think
you're-
it's pretty
no.
much going to be like this.
So
This
it's
is-
not a
this is-
tannic wine, but it's a mead, and your
You're
mead's
disappearing
actually
off the camera, by the way.
your
You're
mead.
leaning
I know it's helping my
He's-
back. Sorry.
The
Maybe he's
meads
right. He won't be
age
around in 2034. He's
well, right. The honey is a natural preservative. Any of your 10-year-old meads that I've had of any fruit have always been
They get
softer,
better. Yeah.
creamier.
Yeah.
But this has that, cassis bite to it. Is it gonna soften and be
I
fruitier? or-
think this will be really, really great in five or 8 years. I think it'll be really nice because the first Cassis mead that I made back in 2012 was racy and intense.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I had a bottle of it, I don't know, like 2 years ago. I found one in my basement and I had it and it was sublime. It was awesome. It had smoothed out. It was like that, like the 19 elderberry right now is drinking so incredible. That's what we need to bring back on the tasting menu.
The 19 elderberry.
I've got one more change for the menu. Sorry.
You saw it here. This is how things happen at Hermit Woods.
That's drinking really nicely.
Yeah.
I'll swap that out with the Hermitage. They're just,
These are living things.
I'm trying to figure out how to change our tasting menu.
Yeah.
And I like all the wines that are on there. I don't want to take any off. I just want to add more to it. But we can't just have more and more wines, have a list of 20 wines long every day that we pour through. But, so,
No.
anyway, we'll figure that out.
But a new cranberry blueberry cider might.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not on the tasting menu anyway. That's just a purple to pink can.
Yes.
Wow, it's brilliant.
What a
Bog
great
and
idea.
Barren.
So what's next?
What's next?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Well,
I'll have some more of the blueberry.
we have I think he opened another can. He may have consumed the whole thing, but we could open another can. What I was going to do was to open up. I brought a bottle of Meredith Bay White because that's now gone.
Meredith Bay White.
Meredith Bay White is gone.
Meredith Bay White's gone?
Yes.
That was so
For a
good.
couple of years too, right?
No, I have a new batch coming out.
What?
I have 3 whites coming out before 4th of July.
Where did this come from?
We gotta get something down there. So I do have Meredith Bay White. I drove to upstate New York to buy kiwis. And so these kiwis are not local because all the local kiwis got wiped out. But I went and I got kiwis and I brought them back and I made a nice new batch of Meredith Bay White. So we will have Meredith Bay White this year. We do not have Ozark. We will not have Winnie White.
Okay.
We have a new white called Moody Mountain White.
What?
Ben got married on a mountain on the other side near the
yeah,
Ossipes
right, yeah.
on Moody Mountain, and he came up with this blend using an apricot wine as well as some other things that we had made. Some cantaloupe. So this has cantaloupe in it.
Do we have a label for
Cantaloupe's
this?
a new one. Yep, the label's already printed. You
Did
made
I
it.
do that?
Yeah, you did that.
Wow.
It's all set.
See, once it's done,
Yeah,
gone.
Out it goes.
Get it out of there.
And then
Did everybody? I'm just curious. Did anybody in the audience hear the waves just crashing on the shore behind us?
I did.
I
heard
did.
it.
Yeah,
I heard it.
It
It
was
was
hard to
really
hear.
loud.
It was
You
hard to
heard
hear
it?
you
Heard it.
talk.
Wow.
Because it was so loud. But I wonder if it came through the mic.
Yeah, motorboat went by or something.
Yeah.
What a beautiful night.
It
This
is beautiful.
fantastic.
So and then I have a third white coming out, which is a pear apple wine.
Well, that's
A
something
pear
you're
apple?
bringing
Yes,
back
and
from
it's a
way
state
back.
and
when.
it's
An
an
estate pear apple. I remember the first 5-gallon bucket
What-
of pear
yeah.
of estate.
Yeah, remember
Bob was
we
out-
made it? He was
he was
hiking the Appalachian
Trail, yeah.
That
We all
was
picked-
the
and
estate
went
apple that we made.
And stole his
That was
apples
the
off his
first year
trees.
we opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
2011.
Yeah, so we have 3 whites coming out. I'm very happy about that.
A lot of people are going to be happy about it because we only have one white right now.
That's correct. That's right. I know. So just another 3 weeks. By the time we come back, we'll have all these whites coming out for summertime.
All right.
That's awesome.
Cool.
It's fun.
3 weeks. We have some new releases, so we'll have something to do another show about.
And we have a club member down in Connecticut, comes up here quite often, and he has 2 very large white mulberry trees. And I'm working with him to harvest and acquire these mulberries to make mulberry wine this year. Which I'm really excited about because that fruit's supposed to make a great wine. I've never made mulberry wine before. They look like a very long blackberry. And you've seen them. Everybody's seen them.
Yeah.
They're decorative trees, and
Yeah.
they drop their fruit. It stains the sidewalk, makes
Yeah.
a big mess out
Do
of
they
everything.
grow in New Hampshire?
They grow in New Hampshire.
They do.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure they do. Maybe it's too cold up here. I thought they grew up here.
Connecticut's almost New Hampshire, though. Just give it just give it a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
We'll have palm
yeah.
trees here
Yeah,
in a
you
few
see the
years.
temperature change
Yeah.
in the Northeast is much greater than anywhere else
Yeah.
around. So.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It certainly has felt that way.
And it's true. The data don't lie.
Yeah. When I was
Really
a
quite
kid,
amazing.
so my birthday's
Yeah, you used to
coming up.
ice skate around this time of year,
Yeah.
right?
So when I was a kid, and I won't tell you how old I am, but my mother used to tell me, so when I was really small, that the 27th of May is when the snow goes away. That's how I remembered my birthday. And snow's been gone away for a long time. So I think
Well,
that's
we did
strong
have
evidence.
snow at
I
Bob's
made
house
a snowman
on Memorial Day
on
weekend.
Memorial Day weekend in 2013.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So it was that. That was a little bit of an anomaly.
That's a
probably.
fluke. That's an anomalous.
But seriously,
situation.
100 years ago, May was the end of snow.
Yeah,
Well, how is it? I'm not 100 years old.
Well, you're
No, but you're stating it from a
Good,
relative who is.
My mother, she grew up in Nebraska. I don't know what the hell she knew about snow in New Hampshire.
So, actually, it's we always have a snowstorm in April. So it's not far-fetched to imagine that there was a time in which we could
There's
count
snow.
on one in
Yeah.
May.
Well, I think a long time ago there was winter lasted a lot.
It
longer.
did,
Yeah, it did.
for sure did. When I was a kid, winter was even in Rhode Island. I mean,
Yeah, it
Rhode
was
Island
like
even
9
they
months
hardly
out
even
here.
have a winter.
Yeah.
Right.
When we first got the old house that Maya and I live in, she found a master's thesis out of Dartmouth that was written on Samberton was written about Samberton in the 1850s. The thesis was written in like the 1940s or something like that. But anyway, they talked about taking a horse-drawn sleigh into Laconia from Samberton in May.
In May.
In May.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
honestly.
winters,
Yeah, 'cause
they
they
were
just-
sugaring in May.
Yeah, and they rolled the roads, right?
They rolled the
Yeah, they
roads
did
and they would
plow,
sugar
yeah,
in
yeah,
May.
yeah,
That's when they.
yeah.
And now, I mean, people contemplate tapping their trees in early February.
The taps were out in February this
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Or January.
Or
Maybe.
January.
Yeah, it might have been January actually. It was a
I
weird
know.
one.
Well, you were still sailing till December.
Actually, it did. No, it was end of
Didn't-
November. Yeah, I think it was November.
End of November.
Well,
and it was a
I've
little
ridden my
scary.
motorcycle in every month this year,
Yeah.
comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite amazing.
So, this brings us
New
to
stuff.
the end of another show. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy summer.
I win. I still have cider.
So do I. Chuck has this midgeon. So thank you everybody for
Wait,
joining us
let's
for
end it. End it the
another
way we
Monday.
started it.
It ends as it started. Cheers. See you all next
Tapas.
next
Tapas.
Monday. Tapas. Look it up. Tapas.
Look
That's
it up.
What that
Yeah, we
is.
all got educated earlier this evening. Thanks, everyone.
Bonne nuit.